This guy tried to speed his way through, no crash helmet, but he has been apprehended. You know the crazy thing? He's already been ticketed for riding with no helmet, and he has a helmet, just refusing to wear it. And they just chased this guy. My goodness, there's a lot of people that don't want to stop today. He didn't get very far because there's a lot of enforcers here. No crash helmet, unfortunately. And another motorcycle over here, daddy, mummy, child, no crash helmet, standing on the front. He's laughing. It's not funny though, it's so dangerous. Of course, slippers also. I know you're not going to be surprised, but I just heard he's a member of Dilag, the Jan Lang Ako gang. That's why you got the pointing hands, and I heard him tell the enforcer, we're just going nearby. And apparently the driver isn't able to show a license either, so you know already what that means, impound the bike. So when the towing crew came in, the driver suddenly said, oh, I have a license, and handed it over to the enforcer. I've shown you this how many times? Daddy, crash helmet. Mummy, baby, no crash helmet. The lady sounded surprised when she was told they need crash helmets. Aside from the helmets, are overloaded with the excess passenger.
Kailangan din may helmet din.
Yung mata?
Pati po kayo, tsaka bawal po yung tatlo.
Ganun. Sige.
It's actually the Children's Safety on Motorcycle Act of 2015, which has specific requirements. They have to wear a helmet. They have to be sitting on the back of the bike with their feet reaching the foot pegs. Their arms have to go around the waist of the driver. And this is not a tiny little barangay road. This is a 4-lane road with trucks, SUVs, tricycles, motorcycles, everything. And the towing crew are about to take away this motorcycle. He was flagged down for no helmet, no shoes, no license plate. And then he said he doesn't have a driver's license. So they're taking it to Tamana, Marikina City. They'll just load it onto this tow truck here. Good morning everyone, MMDA back on the road, Caloocan City, issuing a lot of tickets to illegally parked trucks. Over there they did apprehend that motorcycle. It is a nice motorcycle, but unfortunately with the slippers and the lack of a crash helmet, that's a 2,000 peso penalty. You'll see this is a nice wide clear sidewalk until you get to this point, and then there's a structure here. I don't know if it's a guardhouse or what it might be, but I can see the sidewalk clearing team were talking to the owners, I guess trying to find a solution to move this off the sidewalk. And if you turn onto 10th Avenue, you can see the enforcer in the background ticketed the red vehicle for parking on the sidewalk. And this enforcer is ticketing this one parked in the road. Again, it's a nice wide sidewalk, but it became a parking space. And then you see this one here. Of course they will say, hey, it's unfair, you ticketed me. How come they're allowed to park here but I'm not? So you might notice there is actually a ticket on the windscreen of this vehicle. In the past, people have said, hey, you're stupid, you're unreasonable, that's an emergency vehicle. Yes, they are volunteer emergency vehicles, and yes, their help is appreciated, but at the same time, they have to be fair to everyone. This motorcycle rider was originally flagged down for riding slippers, and then they realized he's the owner of the car that's actually being towed away right now. And look at how far away this vehicle parked from the sidewalk. That's pretty incredible. You could fit another motorcycle parked by its side. There goes one of the trucks now. And then the other one is also being pulled behind, or about to be connected, then pulled. They're here today because of an 8888 complaint. That means the citizen has gone through the process, reported the problem, it's been verified, validated, and then the team was sent here to act on it. When this rider saw enforcers, they suddenly turned around and went the other way, but they were apprehended. 2 children, mummy, absolutely no crash helmets. Very, very dangerous. I heard enforcers shouting because this motorcycle didn't stop at first. Lady on the back, no crash helmet. This one's a challenge because they have to get it off the high curb. Obviously they have no control of the steering, so they're using wooden blocks so it doesn't have a hard drop. There you go, smooth as butter. Should really be as soft as butter, but good enough. There you go. There's another rider flagged down here. Unfortunately, no crash helmet. He does have a license though, so that's good. There's another driver apprehended here. They just said no license, but they're asking him, are you being honest? Because of that guy earlier who insisted he didn't have a license until they said they're going to impound it. So let's see if this guy changes his mind. Okay, he said he really doesn't have a driver's license, so the towing crew are here now. The initial violation was driver, passenger, no crash helmet. This is something I pointed out to people recently. They said, oh, it's too hot in the Philippines. Look at construction workers every day. They have their long sleeves, they have their pants, they have their boots, they have their hard hat. If they can do it, so can everyone else. Those guys are doing hard labor. They're still wearing the right gear. One more bike, one more baby. So dangerous. There are tricycles here and other public transport. Every time they try to move forward, another bike comes along with no helmet, no shoes. It's difficult, really. That rider tried to turn around when he saw enforcers, but it was too late. And this one dumped his passenger in the road, no crash helmet. He tried to pass, but obviously no good. Aside from having a passenger without a helmet, he's wearing slippers. There was a lady that walked past a few moments ago and she said, it's so clean. Are you guys going to stay here? I had to tell her, oh, there's a doggy on the front of that bike. But the primary reason for stopping them is driving in slippers, which is a dress code violation. Oh, the doggy might escape, be careful. Oh, in fact, he's not going to do a pee-pee, he's going to do a poo-poo. How rude of me to take your video while you're doing that. But it'll be more rude if no one cleans it up after you, because every day I'm stepping in doggy poo-poo. And right now they're about to pull that private car off the sidewalk. This is usually what happens when the clearing team go here. They start taking stuff off the sidewalk and putting it inside. Or once a team leave, I guess the barangay, the city, maybe they told them it's okay. The problem is the MMDA cannot come back to the same street every single day. They have a lot of streets to clear, a lot of complaints to act on. This is the reality. Millions and millions of pesos spent rehabilitating the road and sidewalk. No safe place to walk. No safe place to walk. Look at that little girl, my goodness. If you watched my other video, you would have actually seen the construction. They remade the whole road and the sidewalks, already full of junk again. That vehicle was also being issued a ticket for illegal parking. The sidewalk on the other side, also brand new, just built recently, and already has damage from all this stuff that's been dumped on it. Caloocan City. And if they decide to pick up this one, it wouldn't be the first time. They have impounded or towed heavy equipment blocking the road before, and up it goes now. I remember the first time I saw one of these impounded was in Manila, and I guess this is probably the second one. It's not that common, but it does happen sometimes. And over here you see the tow bars already connected to this truck, considered as illegally parked on the sidewalk, and unfortunately there's no driver, I guess. And although this isn't the first time I've seen something like this, I do always find it interesting. They've installed a urinal on the sidewalk with a sink also, I guess for the convenience of their employees. I don't know why it's not inside the private property instead of on the sidewalk. I hope this is going to fit with those motorcycles on the back. They might have to transfer the bikes to another tow truck. No driver apparently. My suspicion, well, historically what we've seen is that often the truck drivers are nearby, they don't want to take a ticket, so they let the truck get impounded. I'm not saying that's definitely the case here, just that it's happened many times in the past. And there it is on the back of the tow truck now. I was advised that this is a school zone, but you'll see there's no sidewalk for pedestrians. There's big trucks parked there. In fact, it says right here on the wall, school zone, and just next to that, no parking. And the towing crew already making a video documenting any damage on these two vehicles. Considered to be illegally parked, no drivers, subject to towing. You can see one of the tow trucks coming in the background. A driver came out for the Jeep, showed a license, so actually he can drive away with just a ticket. Oh my gosh, he's pouring gasoline. I think he's going to... No, I'm only joking. It's water. To make it slide on the tow truck a little bit easier. Although I know people don't like that.